Taurus, welcome to your mid-May 2021 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. So I'm doing like a close-up this time. We're going to see what happens with this one because I've been doing more of a wide angle. So there's a new moon on the 11th, and that one I think is at 21 degrees of Taurus. So you have your new moon. Oh, and it's funny because I got an Ace of Pentacles, which is kind of like a new moon in Taurus. I mean, yeah, on any earth sign. But there's like a new beginnings vibe to that. So pretty apropos. It's funny, I've been getting a lot of like major arcana cards. Speaking of which, that is your card. The Empress. I don't know if I'll be able to. Yeah, now I remember why I've been doing wide angles. But you know, you're the only the second reading that I've done, so it's not like I've been just getting all these different major arcana cards. But I mean, I think that May, because it's an eclipse month, might have a lot going on with it. Also, some, Jupiter's going into Pisces, and that's another thing. And Pisces is a friendly angle to you. That is your 11th house of hopes and wishes. So Jupiter in the 11th is pretty nice, sweet for Taurians and Taurus rising. Okay, so the heart of the matter is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a card that is connected to new beginnings that have like an earth-based theme to them. So anything that has to do with a new job, a new source of income. If this is love, it's something that is a stabilizing influence. And maybe, this could be something that lasts a long time because it's earth, rather than fire that can burn out very quickly. I actually have the Ace of Wands, so that's kind of what I was talking about. In the past position, we have the Mother of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups. And this is a card that is associated with psychics and artistic energy. So if you have, maybe this is you starting your own business or working for the type of business that has either an artistic angle or a healing angle. So you've recently become a massage therapist or a Reiki healer, or you have become a graphic designer or something along those lines. And also the Queen of Cups, the Queen can be the mother. So this can be some kind, the mother could have given you or will be giving you, because we're looking at, I'm doing this a few days before the middle of the month, so it's still a possibility that your mother gives you this money. Ace of Pentacles can be a windfall. It can be money that you can use to kind of jumpstart your life, have a new lease on life, or a new chapter in your life. And so maybe it's coming from your mother. The Mother of Cups or the Queen of Cups can be like a mother vibe. So if you are, if you've recently become a mother and you have started your own business, maybe it's a home business, that would make a lot of sense, or you're thinking about starting it. The higher message is the Ace of Wands in reverse, and this is a card. Don't you love that depiction of that bright, flaming light? The Ace of Wands in reverse can be as a spiritual message. Maybe these are two aces, but maybe there's something that still needs to be taken care of before you can fully launch something or get involved with something, because The Ace of Wands is a card of like all systems are go, but something may not be fully ready to go. And so that could simply mean that you have to, take care of something to make sure that it is viable or what have you. What crosses you is the Moon card. This is a card that is connected to Pisces. The moon is the moon rules Cancer, but in the tarot, the moon is connected to Pisces. So if this is, for instance, it's funny, like I just said that Jupiter's going into Pisces, but it's only going in for a few months. And so the house that it's going into, the 11th house, is a house that is associated with your hopes and wishes, which are your long-range goals. And so maybe that has kind of ignited something where you're just like, I really want to make this happen, but it still is in the planning stage, or it's still in the gestation phase. And you have to, with the Ace of Pentacles, you're starting something, but you're doing so maybe very cautiously, very methodically, and you're not like rushing forward. Ace of Wands, like even in, the upright position, can be doing, very, sometimes like very enthusiastically, but maybe it's a rush job. The Ace of Wands in reverse can also be that you're relying on someone who is making promises that they're not delivering. And in the spiritual position here, I think that it's more than just about that kind of, thing. When I'm interpreting it in the spiritual position, it's more like, what is going on with you as a whole, that you are putting faith in somebody else's promises. They're empty promises. Because maybe this is another person who, it's like you have this stable situation, and you've got, if this is like for instance, two people, one is very stable and one is much more unstable, and kind of like it might be a physical attraction, but not necessarily a love connection. Okay, so I already did, it's funny because I already did I did the moon. In the challenge position, the moon can be like being in self-denial. And the reason that this happened is because I paused it and I forgot where I was. The moon in the challenge position can be that you're believing somebody's deception, you're being, naive about something. Also, someone may have an addiction that is causing them to lie, causing them to, not be reliable. And perhaps you're turning over a new leaf in your own life, and you don't want to be dragged down by somebody else's irresponsibility and, not having that stick-to-itiveness that you really feel is important. And I have 3 major arcana cards, just like the last reading. What's coming in is the Hermit. This is about self-inquiry. Don't you love this? I love this as the depiction of the Hermit. It's so cute. With that little light, because that's the inner light. That's what's inside of you. And it's all about tuning into your own divine vibration, Taurus, that, comes from your own soul lighting your way. And obviously we're all connected, but we also are on individual paths. And you may be involved with someone who is kind of like a bright candle burning very quickly, like a shooting star. And they have a lot of charisma, a lot of promise, but they are self-destructive. And you are wanting a lot of stability in your life. You know, the Ace of Pentacles, I mean, Taurus people tend to be like that anyway. You know, I can't see many Taurus people like going on the edge of things because you just love stability too much for that. It's like it wouldn't interest you. The Ace of Wands can be like an Aries type of person. Somebody who's like a daredevil, and they're not really that enamored by safety. Safety is kind of boring to them. So they try to push the limits. And that just doesn't mesh well with you ultimately. There might be a strong physical connection, but not necessarily anything else. Also, the Hermit can be about spending more time alone. Maybe you have been involved with somebody else and you're kind of, you know, getting outside of yourself. And that means that you're not tuning into yourself. You're being influenced by other people. And that can kind of make you, when that happens, I mean, that even happened to me at one time. I have Taurus rising. But I still like was influenced by the world when I should have known better. And it's just, I think it's just sometimes when sometimes we're vulnerable and we feel a little bit confused as to our direction in life. And we're kind of just like kind of grasping for anything that will give us a sense of direction. And I do feel with the Ace of Pentacles at the centerpiece that this new moon in your sign, Taurus, is almost like a turning point, because you're going to start to have eclipses in Taurus towards the end of 2021 this year and going into 2022. And so whether it's the first house or, you know, obviously charts are going to be different, especially the unequal house system. But I'm just saying the first and the seventh houses for sure, because Scorpio is the opposite house or the opposite sign, and that's the opposite house. So these areas of the self as well as partnership are going to be themes later this year going into 2022. So with the Ace of Pentacles, like what kind of new beginnings at this new moon are going to light your path? And thinking of it from the Hermit's point of view, you know, from the wise perspective, not the worldly perspective, the wise perspective. And the outcome, your card, the Empress, the Earth Mother. So I got the Mother of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the which is water element, and the Empress, the Earth Mother, the artist, the lover. And so these are, you know, I got two cards of here that's like pregnancy, maybe, or just having given birth or something like that. But also the person who wants to embrace prosperity. That's what the Empress can be about. Abundance in all forms. But this is a card of pleasure. This is a card connected to Venus. So, you know, you are really taking advantage of the Taurus, the season of Taurus, which this mid-month period is all about as you have your solar return. So happy birthday, all Taurians. And I hope that you have a wonderful time. And this is just kind of a little wink from the universe that you are doing exactly what you should be doing. And that could include a wonderful dinner, Taurus, for your birthday. A wonderful birthday dinner. Most delicious food that you can imagine. And, you know, just reveling in the senses, but also getting in touch with your spirit at the same time. Not choosing one over the other. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like a private reading, I'm promoting my double astrological readings in particular because it's a great value financially, but it's also extended transits and extended chart analysis, which I have found is much more thorough than the old type of readings. I still offer those, but I just did one of those old ones and I could see the difference. So the link is below. Have a great, rest of the Taurus season. Take care. Bye.